What's up, Union Arena players? This is Kyle D, better known as Universities, and we are going to be talking none other than the most recent online tournament for another triple box featured by Dragon Eye and Adakai TCG. They are great event hosts. I saw from snippets, and people are saying they had a good time at the event. So hopefully they host a lot more events in the future. So without further ado, let's get in the video and talk about it. So first off, let's see what the triple JJK tournament was. This one was looking like the prizing support was really nice. 63 players, 6 rounds of Swiss best of 1. You know, you have 8 Kurapika, 3 Renjis, 2 Toshis, 1 Ichigo, 1 Phantom Troop, and 1 specified slots. So taking a look though, it looks pretty decently still like a Kurapika meta-esque. It just has a lot of Kurapika topping, and hopefully with the introduction of JJK, we see a small change up. I really hope that it doesn't end up being Kurapika disappears out of it and it just becomes all blue Jujutsu Kaisen Sukuna decks in this top. And that's going to be a problem. Yes, I know they're a popular deck, and a lot of players have been waiting for the JJK to play into the events. But I'm nervous. I'm scared. This is stuff that always makes me nervous when we get closer to new metas, is that will the new big bad that everybody's afraid of, the big boogeyman, going to change up and knock down the old boogeyman out of the format, and then all of a sudden we see it start dominating. So let's hopefully that isn't the case and we get to take a look. But 27 green hunters, 17 purple bleach, 8 green bleach, 4 purple hunter X hunters or hunter, and then 4 yellow bleach and 3 blue hunters. Taking a look though, you got the top 4 were all Kurapika decks. So that means, as I've been complaining about, and I know I'm toning down a little bit, Kurapika is a scary deck, especially once you take in you took in, not even kidding, 6 of the 8 slots for Kurapika. That's scary when that happens. Again, the deck has its variants, and sometimes it does lose out on those variants, but sometimes those nut hands from the deck is just really good, and you're just not going to be able to beat it. That's always going to be the case. Sometimes they have good hands, sometimes you don't, you know. So hopefully we take a look further and get a good understanding. So let's see real quick. First place Kurapika deck. Just a very stock list, nothing too out of the ordinary. Oh, wait, hold up. Wait a minute. Who are you? So we have this card. So Shadow Beasts. So if there is a blue or purple card on your opponent's field, reduce the energy cost by 1 while this card is in your hand. You know what? That is a play. That is actually genius level of playing, because you can play a normal Kurapika matchup and not care that you have a 3 cost against the mirror, and you'll do fine, especially if you know what you're doing and you're very confident in your list. 2 Leorios is really a choice. I think Hisoka's a little bit better, and you should do at least double Hisokas in the list with your Leorios. But at the end of the day, looks pretty solid. The Shadow Beast is unique, and I like the tech, and it's spicy as heck. And hopefully this translates well, and we could see more and more. I mean, even going first, let's take this into account. If you're not even facing what your normal play is, you know, play Kurapika or Setzer, and then basically you generate the energy with Setzer to hopefully do, you know, furthering your plays. Especially going second, it's what? Play Setzer, play Zapile. You could always crack Setzer to make sure you can get double Shadow Beast on board, or, you know, Shadow Beast plus Basho, and you're pretty set up with your energy line that you're already ready for Neon the following turn. So information like this is pretty cool. Then, oh, this wasn't first place. This thing's going backwards. So that was the 16th place list. Sorry, not first. This is going weird. I don't know why I did this in reverse, but we're gonna have to go in reverse. This is 15th place. This is specified slots. Taking a look at it right now, we have Gones. You know, again, the deck is like assembling Exodia. If you find Exodia, you're most likely in a good spot. All you need to do is find enough of your, you know, good pieces here. And what do I mean by good pieces? I mean your specified slots. If you can find enough of these pieces to go around, you're in a good spot. And you can easily just constantly proc your Gones, constantly proc your Kilowatts. This key's gonna help remove things, and you're just gonna keep going at it for days. And I think that's vitally important when you're thinking of deck building. So yeah, this is the next list. This was a Toshi list with Unohana. Very stock list. You kind of just see, taking a look here, the only thing that's uniquely different is playing the Yachiru, and that's personal choice. Especially, I mean, it's a good choice, especially if you have Kenpachi Zaraki. Being able to get him in an extra damage gives you a little bit of a rush value that sometimes is just what you need, right? Then we do have Raidless Bleach, you know, doing his shenanigans. You know, you slam down 4/4s, they're just gonna have to answer you. You don't play anything else, you're just gonna constantly just apply pressure. The only thing I'm surprised, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised at this point, because Kisuke, all you're doing is playing down your 0 drops, then proceeding to play Kisuke and just get into a turn, you know, your Ichigos, and then you're just applying pressure with your 4s. You know, Bankai is just gonna extend your plays and just do shenanigans. Then we did get the, which one is this one? This is the, okay, plays the Hisoka. This is interesting. Why are you playing the Hisoka? Is this supposed to be like Raidless version 2 as well? So this one just has generic impact, 2 costs. When played, choose up to one of your opponent's character on your opponent's energy line, move it to the front line. If their front line is full, you may choose one of the characters on both of their front line energy and swap them instead. Okay. So that just happens. Then you have Illumi here that's just dealing 2 damage if you raid with him. It's just solid work here, you know. Crollo plus Hisoka. It looks like it's not. Is this just straight up? It's got a splash of Zoldyck. It's mostly Phantom Troops. Okay, so it's Phantom Troops with a splash of Zoldyck. Okay, I can dig it. I can go with it. So just taking a look though, I don't know Phantom Troops enough with Zoldyck family, but it kind of looks solid enough to be able to do well. I mean, the Illumi plus Zoldyck is kind of the only thing you're playing for the Zoldyck family, and then you're playing Phantom Troops. I kind of understand Phantom Troops too, but I don't fully grasp their concept of their deck. They do a lot of things with their when played skills, and they want to get to 4 life, 4 or less, and they're having a good time, you know? Then we do have another Raidless Bleach. Very stock, generic. Then we're getting into the Kurapika shenanigans. Again, 3 Hisoka, 2 Leorios, 3 Melody. Melody is definitely a new tech card that a lot of players are enjoying, it seems. It definitely extends their energy line and sets them up quite nicely. Then we do have another Raidless Bleach doing Raidless Bleach shenanigans. Just, yeah, playing 3 Orihime, 4 Kisuke Urahara, blah, blah, blah. I really hate myself when I can't speak. Then we do have the Toshi Unohana. This is very similar to what's his name's list, but 3 13 Court Guard Squad and no Shinji. I'm surprised you guys aren't playing Shinji. Why wouldn't you be playing Shinji? I know you're playing 3 Kenpachi Zarakis that has default impact, but come on, you want to do the 13 Court Guard Squads, and you want to have Shinji. Shinji is just default impact. You're just going to apply pressure. Then you do have Kurapika, Killua, Hanzo. Okay, so this is more of, why are we playing Killua? So on play, choose up to 1 character on your front line with BP equal or less than your highest DP. Okay. So it's just another removal card, and then they're just using Hanzo to be apply pressure shenanigans. Okay. So deal 2 damage with Hanzo, and Killua's just, if you have Kurapika on board and you're a 5k, you're laughing at your opponent. So it's a 2 cost. I mean, hey, once you're kind of in that late game territory, just being able to slam something down to remove a threat is just sometimes all you need. Then the other Kurapika list, this is playing 4 Hisokas, 2 Melodies. This is very similar to Luis's build that I cover a lot on the list. Just super consistency. He's just not playing 1 Leorio. Then we do have a shenanigans list here. This dude went 0 Bankai. What is going on here? There are 4 Renjis, 3 Rukia, 4 Raid Ichigos, 4 Raid Ichigos, and 2 Byakuya Kuchikis. To fit all of this shenanigans, they decided to go like, you know what? If I'm not going to heal anyway, we're just going to toss the thing out the window. They defaulted for just straight up raid shenanigans, raidless shenanigans, plus no Bankai means they can't find a life, so they have to play smart, which is kind of interesting to me. It's a very unique strat. Again, I know that it's just another slot in your list, and why wouldn't you just want things to do with effects? So taking a look here, basically everything now has an effect. The only thing, if they hit, are 4 and 4. 8 cards could be no targets. And the odds of that being a Kisuke and an Ichigo are pretty slim when you have all these raid targets. So I kind of get what they're going for. They're going for that whoops all trigger shenanigans as well. And it's not a bad strat. It can get you wins that way. So he did quite well with this. Now we're getting into the final Kurapikas. So this Kurapika did 1 Hisoka, 1 Hanzo, 2 Leorios. Really interesting, 2 Melodies. And it works for them. It just sometimes all that takes, right? Then taking a look, another Leorio Kurapika Hisoka at 2, 1 Leorio, and then 3 of the 2 cost Kurapika that has snipe, impact, as well, as long as you have a character with a certain threshold. But if you can do Emperor's Time Majesty, you can make Kurapika 6k and just snipe swing into something, and you'll have impact anyway. Then Europe side, 1 Hanzo, Kurapikas, Mito to give something boost and DP. I think that's just for straight up the mirror match, so that if they block you. What is this card? Heaven's Arena. When a character on your field attacks, wins the battle, draw a card. Interesting. It's spicy. It's unique. I like it. But it's also not worth it. I don't know. It just takes up a slot, and then you basically just commit hardcore play Kurapika. You can't hide it in the back. I don't know. Just taking up the slot just hurts a little bit. But I mean, if you can do the neon with a Kurapika in the front and you hit the Kurapika raid and you just do that, you're going to draw value. I get it. Then we do have the first place list. This is the true first place list. 4 Melodies, 4 Zpile, 4 Setzer, 4 Kurapika, 2 Netero, 4 Kurapika promo. Regular Kurapika. This one is the just hits for 4k. Basho at 4, Leorio at 1, 3 Hisokas, 4 Kurapikas, 4 Neons, 4 Kurapika raids, Hunter's License, and Emperor Time Majesty. All great cards across the board, right? The deck does what it wants to do. The Melody is a great card, to be honest with you. It's a great card, and I think it's undervalued and underrated. I think the fact that players are on it, it's really showing that they are starting to adapt. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.